Hey y'all, welcome back. Scorpion Goddess here with another one today. And I told y'all today I was going to be talking about spiritually transmitted demons or spiritually transmitted entities or energies. Okay? This video probably not going to be that long because it's pretty easy to understand the concept of, right? Basically, when you're sleeping with somebody, and you ain't got to be in love with them. You ain't got to be in no relationship with them. It could be just some random whoever the fuck. Doesn't matter. If it's a one night stand or if it's someone that you're in a relationship with. Whenever you sleep with somebody, you are connecting all of your chakras. So you're having like serious energy exchange on a very deep soul level. Okay? So if you're sleeping with somebody that has something attached to them, whether if it's an actual demon, a demonic entity, which is like the most extreme case, but it's more common than you think. Okay, there's a lot of fucking people out here with demons attached to them and don't even know it. I'm gonna make a whole different video about signs and symptoms of people that have true demonic energies and demonic attachments, because it goes way deeper than just negative energies or negative thoughts and negative emotions. Like, it goes really, really, really deep. Okay? Excuse this disgusting ass pimple right here in my nails. I'm trying to take these bitches off and just regrow them on, blah, blah, blah. But anywho, and that's from the hormones. Lady time. You know what I'm saying? That's how I know. It always comes right there. And I'm like, ooh. But it'll go away. I'm not going to touch it because you don't want a scar, okay? That's skincare rule number 1. Don't pop pimples because it spreads underneath and then you'll get more pimples and it'll make a scar. So just clean it and do what you got to do and leave it alone. Anywho, so if you're sleeping with somebody that has an attachment, right? Basically, you're going to absorb all of the things from the person that you're sleeping with. And if the person that you're sleeping with is sleeping with multiple people, that's even more energies. It's not just the energies of that one person. So if you don't know that person very well and you don't know how many sexual partners they are active with on a regular basis, it's even more dirty, dangerous waters. You feel me? And so basically, when you sleep with somebody, you are going to take on karmic energies, good karma and bad karma. Right? So we have to be mindful of that. So that's why I'm not a player no more like I used to be. Like way back in the day, I'm going to be very transparent with y'all. Okay? I had a sex addiction. Not going to lie. Don't have it no more. Praise God. For real. And that was because when I was 15, I was a virgin. And I was beat and raped viciously. That was my first ever having sex, and it was very traumatic. And I now know that I most definitely contracted some kind of dark entity from that man. He was like 27 or 28 years old and I was 15. Never had sex in my life. So after that happened, I got with my baby daddy a year later, desperately, only because I was trying to get out of my home. There was a lot of bad things going on in my home, and I just was trying to do anything I could to get the fuck out of there. And that relationship started out good for the first 6 months. I thought I was in real love and blah, blah, blah. But a 15-year-old girl, 16, don't know shit about love, just to be real, okay? And that man then, like, later on, he started beating the crap out of me and got my kid away until later on. But then when I left him, that's when the sex addiction kicked in, and I was just a one-night stand hoe. But I was a clean hoe, used condoms. But for like 3 years, I was like that after that. And I picked up a lot of bad energies from sleeping with men that I didn't know, because I was trying to deal with trauma in the worst way possible. And I didn't have supportive family that were teaching me good things about stuff like that, or how to heal, or whatever, you know? Then fast forward, I got out of that. And the most recent thing was like a few years back. There was 3 men were my main men. And those were the only 3 that I would sleep with protection. But those three men were ho-hos. They had a lot of bitches they were screwing. And at first I knew like I wasn't the only one, because with all of them, we were not in a relationship. One was married. He thought I didn't know it, but I knew it. The last year and a half, I just kept my mouth shut because I was really in love with him and I didn't want to let him go. But anywho, and I wanted to see, was he ever going to tell me the truth? Or was he just going to hide it forever and just think that I was a dumb bitch? Well, I'm not a dumb bitch. But the other two were actually single, and neither one of them was just ready to settle down and be in a relationship. And that's what I wanted, but nobody wanted to be in a real relationship because they all wanted to do their thing and be single little bachelor whole bags. So whatever, that's cool. I just had my three dudes that was my very special ones, I'll say. But some really bad things started happening to me. And at first I didn't know it was something that was on me from one of the men that I was sleeping with. And for a while, I didn't know which one it came from or if I had got shit from all three of them. And I believe that's the case. But like now, I've been abstinent for a year and a half, since February 2024. And a big part of that was just, one, I'm not ready to be with no man. I don't want no fucking man touching me. I just have this whole traumatic thing. And it was somebody that I love very, very much. And I don't want shit to do with a fucking man. I really don't. I'm disgusted with men at the moment. Not every single one of them, but majority of them are just not even worth our time or energy, sadly to say, you know. And I have my own trauma and healing, and I had trust issues way before this and PTSD way before this, but it was just like everything exploded and got worse. But back to, I've been abstinent for a year and a half. My number one reason of doing it was to spiritually cleanse myself and to be able to remove all the energies that were attached to me from those three men. Okay? And there's another man from my past that I was dating from years ago. And it took me a long time to block his energies. Because even when you break up with somebody and y'all don't even see each other no more, I'm telling you, a lot of men out here are into some dark shit. Like astral projection, sex magic, rituals, things like that. Just to keep their energies attached to you. Because they will feed off of you. And use your positive energy for things that they're doing in their life. So the only way to completely stop all that and remove it and figure out what energy came from where and how is this affecting me is to be abstinent and completely cleanse your spirit. Okay? So I don't have any of them attached to me anymore in that kind of way. I can still connect with them if I choose to. But it's not the attachment that it was, if you get what I mean. But yes, things will happen if you sleep with somebody that has bad energies attached to them. Your finances will get fucked up. Your car will break down. You will have issues in your family or other relationships, issues at your job. It could be anything. But can also happen from friends or family members that you hang out with on a frequent basis or regular basis. It doesn't just have to be people that you sleep with, but most definitely the people that you sleep with, that is going to be even a stronger instant like absorption of everything from them. Okay, so we need to be mindful of who you're sleeping with. Do you really know them? Do you really know how many other people they're sleeping with? Do you really believe if they're telling you the truth, or are they lying? Okay? And so if things start going crazy in your life out of nowhere, you need to take a pause, okay? And evaluate who are the people that you have closest to you. Friends, family, co-workers, and of course the people that you're sleeping with. And try to figure out which part of your life it's affecting. But if you sit in meditation, you will receive the answers of what energies are affecting you and the source of those energies and where they come from. You have to clean your spirit, you know? And no, it hasn't been easy being abstinent, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I ain't never been abstinent like this in my life, except for one time I was locked up And I ain't no lesbian. I am not into that coochie licking bullshit. I got my own tetas and my own hoo-ha. And yeah, what I want with that. I'm sorry. I need a man with some testosterone and some sweat. Muscles. Okay? I don't want no damn coochie. Anyways, and I'm not against gays or bis or LGBTQ XYZ community. I have transgender in my family and I love her very fucking much. She's one of my favorite person. She's passed away now. So it ain't about that. It's just, I'm straight. And it has been hard. There are some days where I feel like I'm going to explode if I don't get no D. But, I work through it because at this time, like, I don't want to even have sex with a man because that's how they like connect their energy to you to try to control you in certain ways and fucking feel like they can manipulate you. And no. So now I'm not going to sleep with someone until I feel like they're worthy of receiving me and they have earned it. And I'm fine with that because I'm focused on other shit in my life. I'm not hurting for a squirting like that, and you shouldn't be either. And I got great toys, just saying, when I can't get that shit off of my mind. You know what I'm saying? I got the solution for right now. A temporary one. Oh, but it's feasible. But anyways, you have to cleanse your spirit and get these energies off of you if you're feeling some bad shit. And if you're abstinent for, a decent amount of time and shit is still going wrong, you need to evaluate your mind and your emotions and the other people around you, your friends, coworkers, and family. Because if it still ain't go away and you ain't fucking these toxic ass piece of shit ass people out here, okay, then clearly them energies is either coming from you, something that you ain't right inside that you still need to heal and fix and change, or it's from a close friend, family member, or coworker that you be at work with. So it's just something to be aware of, to be mindful of, to learn how to control. And because the reality is a lot of times people will sleep with you just to receive your energies. Like me, I'm a healer. I'm like a very high level healer. And I attract very sick people, mental illness, and other types of sicknesses because that's what healers do. We exchange energy and light codes to help heal people and to help awaken people. But when you're sleeping with men that have more severe issues, they're just basically taking all your energy. They're utilizing that to their benefit and they're applying it somewhere in their life. Either to manifest abundance or to go and get other people to sleep with. They're taking your energy and transmuting it in some way and using it to their benefit. So when you start cutting these people off that truly are toxic, they're going to get pissed the fuck off because now they don't have their source to feed off of anymore. And it's one thing if you're sleeping with somebody that you truly care about, because that's why I kept my top 3. Those, like, I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't think it was possible to be in love with multiple people at one time, but it is. You can be. I'm not now. One of the 3 I can't motherfucking stand. Well, actually, yeah, I would never speak to him again. The other 2, I don't know. They both need help. But I can't help this one. I tried to for 15 years. If you ain't figured it out by then, homeboy, and really take heed to what I was saying and change your life, like, only you and God can do that at the end of the day. You can't expect somebody to come in and clean up your life and help you, like, to do it for you. Someone can aid you, but they can't do it for you. It took me 4 years to remove all the toxic, narcissistic people, like, out of my life that were feeding off of me, the leeches. Feeding off of my finances. I was paying all the damn bills. Helping everybody. Healing. The love. It's just energy exchange. When you give so much of yourself to people that are undeserving or just take that energy and use it for bad, you have to remove those people. But until you isolate yourself somewhat and get away and detach, you don't even know that they're doing this shit until it's too late, like me. I had some severe demonic energies doing some real fuck shit to me. And this one thing almost took my damn life. But I got rid of it. And it's still trying to attach, not now anymore, but it was until like a few months ago, to be honest with you. But it's just like, you really got to figure out who energies are coming from and how they are affecting you. You know, don't just think, oh, this is life. No, life should not be pain and suffering and like all this craziness. If things keep going bad in your life, it's because there's energies that you need to remove out of your life. And I found out the hard way, but you know what? It's okay. I'm happy that it happened because it made me elevate everything. But you have to be aware and you have to be mindful of who people are. That's why I'm really not even interested at this point. Anyways, I'm trying to think of what else to add to this. That's pretty much it. You know, it's a lot of, you got to clear your own energy so you can decipher. Oh, the other thing about it is too, like, this is how women know if their man is cheating too. And this is how I knew the married man was married, because I ain't stupid. But when you cleanse your energy out and you're sleeping with somebody, right? You can feel when somebody else's energy is inside of another person's energy, especially if you've been around that person for years. You know when they're being honest and when they're not. But you know when you can just feel the other person, especially if you actually know the person they're sleeping with, you'll know right away. But even if you don't know who the person is, you'll still feel it. But the thing is, if you have too many energies around you and your energy is clogged up and your intuition is off, you're never going to be able to know, So you have to cleanse your energy. You got to get all that shit off so you can know what's your energy and what's not your energy. And if you are dating someone and it's you and your person, if y'all both are faithful and your energies are clean and you know each other's energies, you're going to know instantly. You're going to know. You're going to know. And that's why a lot of people don't like me, because I read energy too good. And I can sniff out a fucking lie before it even comes out your mouth. And I'm like a human lie detector. And really, it scares men away. Because men that are not ready to be honest and live a faithful life, like, you could be loyal all day, nigga, but if you out there fucking 500 hoes, I don't want that shit back. You can bring it back to all them other hoes. I'm good. I don't want it. I want some clean dick. Thank you. Or none. Clean or none. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So yeah. Be mindful of who you're sleeping with and who they're really sleeping with. Because do you really want to absorb all the trauma and bad karma that come from all the other people that person's sleeping with that you don't even know, and you bringing that shit home? All them energies. I learned the hard way. It was affecting me in many different ways, and it was fucked up. It was horrible. Horrible. I'll never do that shit again. Ever. Lesson learned. Check on the box. Not going through that again. And my cutoff game is too good. And it's been like that since I was a kid. Like, if I feel any bad energy from motherfucker, like, what? You dead to me. And if them 5 words come out my mouth, you are dead to me, I promise you I won't even remember your name. I ran into someone recently that I was dating from years ago, and he was all happy to see me and trying to do this and do that. Like, bro, I'm not the same bitch that you knew back then. Like, I couldn't even remember his name. And we were together like every single day. And that's because when I left his ass, in my head I said, you are dead to me. And I told it to his face too, and he thought I was joking. Didn't even remember his name. Remembered his face. I remembered as soon as I seen him. Picked him up doing the Uber. But I couldn't even remember his name. That's because when I erase someone from my mind, you're gone out my mind. Like, I'm not going to think about you no more. And if I think about you, it's because you're the very few that I actually really loved and gave a fuck about. Other than that, if I say you dead to me, you dead to me. Ain't coming back in. No, 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 no. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up, y'all. So, have a blessed day. Watch what you doing with yourself. Bye.